What's up, nerds? So, coming at you with this breakdown for this shitty show. I'll tell you what, I don't even think anybody cares about the Bad Batch. I really don't, because like it never trends and everything, and just nobody cares, and I personally just don't care. So this episode, called The Return, was just a big nothing burger. Like I don't know, man. like who cares? And like every time they go to Pabu, back to Pabu, I just remember that episode in season 2 with Pabu with the tidal wave, and I just get so annoyed. And where's Wanda Sykes at when you need her? So this episode was very much filler again, and it wasn't even good filler. Like, it was just there's a big monster, and what's his face, Wrecker. He even says, why does there always have to be a big monster? And I'm like, that's an excellent question. Why does there always have to be a big fucking monster trying to eat everybody? I'm just like, I'm so over this, and it's just, and this was not good. It was filler at its best, and I'm all like, what is there? I think there's like 16 episodes this season. I'm like, why? This episode was not needed, and this was like 5 minutes. You could fit this in 5 minutes. I'm like, it was just stupid. So stupid. I wish one of them would have gotten eaten. Okay, so I'm gonna break down this episode. I'm gonna do it quick and everything, because I mean, like, there was no effort put into this show, and I just feel like this show and is just a perfect representation of Star Wars. Like, it's just a big waste of time, effort, resources, money, all that. It's just a big waste of everything. And I feel like that's how Star Wars is these days. It's just a big waste of your time, and it's, when better things could be done. All right, let's get to this breakdown, you guys. And I'll give you my my review again, where you just pretty much got it, but I'll give it to you at the end. All right, here we go. Omega wakes up hugging her Lula doll while the sun shines and the birds sing. Everything seems peaceful on Pabu. And that's nice that we got to see her wake up and everything, but who cares? And she's on Pabu. Like I said before, I hate Pabu ever since that tidal wave episode, because that was just a big fucking nothing burger. Crosshair is practicing his sharpshooting, but his hand still shakes, and Omega tells him to stop hiding and talk to Hunter, and to have Az look at his hand. Crosshair shrugs it off. This was fine, because he had the little shakes and everything from getting tested on and stuff or whatnot, and I'm just, but I just, at the same time, I'm just like, I don't care. Echo arrives on Pabu, and they attempt to access Nala Se's stolen datapad to find clues about Tantus. Unfortunately, it won't work unless they can plug it into Imperial Base. Crosshair mentions a facility that he is sure would be abandoned, and Hunter doesn't trust him, but Omega does, and that is good enough for Wrecker. So they've got to get Nala Se. I don't understand why they want to go back to Tannis. I keep telling you, it's like, peace, motherfuckers. You guys didn't escape, so sucks to be you, clones. But I'm like, whatever. And then they're like Hunter doesn't trust Crosshair, but I'm all like, I wouldn't trust Crosshair. The fucker betrayed us. That's the whole thing. Everybody's like, you have to forgive him. And I'm like, no, Omega, he doesn't. Nobody has to forgive Crosshair. Crosshair betrayed them. You just don't forgive that in one 20-minute episode, but they do. In the end, they do. Finally reunited, everyone seems happy except where Crosshair is concerned. Hunter is still weary of him after all they've been through, but they will have to work together if they want to save the other clones. In order to unlock more information about Tantus, Clone Force 99 travels to the planet where Crosshair finally turned on the Empire. So they're going to have to go back to that planet where Crosshair from last season, shot the Empire guy that was a total dick. And I know everybody loved that episode. They're just like, oh, the emotion. And I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm like, the emotion, my dick. That episode sucked. It all sucked. But yeah, so they're going back to that planet, Barton 4. Before leaving, Wrecker gives Crosshair his old armor. So he gives him back his armor, and I'm just like, oh, what you like? He's part of a team now and everything. And I'm just like, who cares? Taking Echo's ship, they head to the planet Crosshair told them about. It is Barton 4, the same place where Crosshair finally realized the Empire was not on his side, no matter how many orders he followed. After Crosshair killed Lieutenant Nolan, the commanding officer, for shrugging off the death of his fellow clones, Mayday, Hex, and VTech, he was shipped off to Tantus as punishment. So they land back on this planet, and again, I just don't care. Yeah. Ice vultures circle overhead as they make their way inside the Imperial depot. Crosshair takes the discharged clone helmets and places them in a box. So remember, we got the ice vultures, and then he sees those helmets, and he's remembering his old buddy that died. And how he shot that lieutenant guy. And I know they're trying to get the feels from you, and they're trying to make Hunter, be like, oh, Crosshair went through some shit. But like I said before, I'm sorry. I don't know about you, but I hold a grudge when it comes to that kind of stuff. And if you betrayed me like that, and Crosshair betrayed them in a big way, I'm sorry. How can you forgive him for that? Like, I don't care what happened to you after that. We are not friends. We're not friends. In order to get the control panels working, Omega powers down the sensors. They keep creatures away from the base, and she begins extracting data from Nalisay's pad. So of course it can't just be a wham bam thank you ma'am, like we got the pad up and running and everything. They have to have a conflict, and the conflict is there's no power to charge the pad to get the location of Mount Tannis. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So they have to shut down the sensors that are keeping all the monsters away, the big ice monsters away, and they have to shut those down so they can charge up the station. Rumbling is heard in the distance, so Crosshair goes outside to check the perimeter. Hunter follows him out there, and they start to finally talk to each other. So these two are just chit-chatting and everything, and I'm like, Hunter, you don't owe him anything. You don't owe him anything. But you'll give him stuff at the end, but I'm just like, you don't owe him anything. A giant worm erupts from the ice and chases them. Inside the base, they make a plan to lure the worm away, restore power to the sensors, and escape. To do that, Crosshair and Hunter need to work together. So, of course, the big worm creature looking thing comes through, and they're, fighting it and everything. And Hunter goes through the ice, and I'm all like, oh, just eat them already. I just don't care. But, and they've got to restart the thing, and the dog's in there. And I'm just like, oh, this is a big load of nonsense. Crosshair saves Hunter from the worm, and it seems like the Clone Force 99 is finally healing old wounds, and Wrecker hugs them both. So Crosshair saves Hunter, and they're friends now. Everybody's friends, and I'm just like, again, I do not understand why they are friends. I would not trust Crosshair. With the info they got from Nalisay's datapad, they should be able to find Tantus and save the other clones. So they're able to find Mount Tannis now. So I'm like, great, you guys can launch another failed rescue operation and get, more than just Tech will die this time. Maybe all of you will die because you sometimes your plans don't go the way you want them to, fuckers. They leave Barton 4 on a mission to save their clone brothers. And that's the end of the episode, you guys. Like I said before, this was filler, which I guess is fine. But I'm like, this show, I've never really cared for this show. The Bad Batch is just a group of characters that I've always been like, why? When they were in that last season of Clone Wars, what was it, 4 episodes of Clone Wars, their little arc, I was just like, this is just not good, And out of all the characters to make a spin-off show, I would not have picked the Bad Batch. Like, I'm just like, this is just a group of characters that suck, and I personally don't care for them. Matt, why are you watching if you don't care about it? Because it's Star Wars, and I've said this before, First off, it's Star Wars, and I can't not watch Star Wars. I've watched it since I was a kid, so it's like maybe there might be a diamond in the rough here, but it's mostly just rough. And second is, this is the funniest thing on TV. How can I not watch this? This comedy. It's just, it's crazy. And I hate Omega. Like, what a horrible character. Watch, she's going to save the day and become like the savior of the universe and everything. So that's my breakdown and review of this episode. It was very generic, and everybody's a big happy family now, minus Tech, because he's dead, or is he? Watch, they'll bring him back somehow, and it'll be stupid. But I just didn't. I mean, like, I didn't care for it. The whole time watching it, I was like, man, Star Wars has really. Like, this isn't the lowest it sank, but it's just like, it's not even trying to climb itself out of the hole. It's just staying there. And it's like, well, we're here in this crappy hole. We might as well just make the best of it. And I'm all like, this is your best? Like, what? Like, it's just not good, but whatever. Maybe I'm just like completely cynical when it comes to Star Wars from now on. Like, I've just got like a curmudgeon attitude no matter what about it. But it's just really not good. It's not that good. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Who's your favorite Bad Batch member? Or would you have forgiven Crosshair? I wouldn't have forgiven him. I'd have been like, we're not friends, yo. We're not friends. You are a convenient ally at the moment, but don't think that I'm not watching you 100% of the time, and I'm ready for you to turn on me and everything. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your favorite part? Where do you think they can go from here? Do you even care? And what do you think about the state of Star Wars and everything? Go ahead and tell me and leave all those comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next Bad Batch breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.